Have you ever prayed with all your heart, and right in that moment felt, more than ever, that no answer was coming? Not because you asked for too little, not because you were only praying out of habit. Maybe for months now, every night you have whispered, "God, just open one path in front of me." But the path is still closed. And here, a quiet question wakes up in the heart, quiet but heavy. If God hears me, then why doesn't he answer? Rumi, in the 6th book of his Masnavi, places his hand on exactly this moment, on a prayer that rises from the depths of the heart, and an answer that, at first, seems slow to come. What you're about to hear is a simple, story-form retelling of a passage from Rumi's Masnavi, a section called "The Cause of the Delay in Answering the Believer's Prayer." And the answer Rumi gives here may be the very thing your heart needs these days. The story begins with a man who prays with all his heart. Not a cold prayer, not words repeated out of habit. His words do not just pass over his tongue, they rise up out of his heart. It is night, people are asleep, and he sits in a corner with a heart that no longer sees anything to lean on except God. This is the last door. If this door does not open too, he does not know where he will find his faith again. But right here, the story takes an unexpected turn. In Rumi's telling, this man's cry rises like a sweet-smelling smoke, a smoke that lifts from the fire of sincerity. It rises from the earth, passes through the roof of this world, and heaven does not stay unaware. The angels hear his voice. They see a servant with a broken heart calling on God. They see him cut off from everywhere, with only one hope left. Here, we expect the door of the answer to open in that very moment. But from this point, the story walks another way. The angels turn to God and say, "O you who answer every prayer, O shelter of every soul who seeks shelter, this servant calls on you alone. He knows no hope but you. You give even to those who do not know you. Your table is open for everyone who longs." So why is this heart that looks only to you still left waiting? And here Rumi brings an answer that, if we rush past it, we lose the secret of the whole story. God says, this delay is not because he is worthless. An answer that comes late is not a sign of being forgotten. This very delay is itself my help to him. It was this need that pulled him out of forgetfulness. It was this closed door that brought him to my door. If he reaches what he wants too quickly, he might turn back again. He might sink once more into the same distractions that had already carried his heart away. But now, he calls with a tired soul. He says, "O my shelter." And this calling, to me, is precious. But Rumi has not told the whole secret yet. To make this meaning clear, he gives an example that seems simple at first, but the whole story stands on it. He says people keep the parrot and the nightingale in a cage because their voices are sweet, because the owner of the house loves to hear more of their song. But no one puts the crow or the owl in a cage for their voice. Then he gives a closer example. Two people come to the door of a house asking for bread. One is an old woman, worn with age, plain and unlovely. The other is a young man, handsome and pleasing to look at. Both have the same request. Both are asking for bread. To the old woman, they give bread quickly and say, "Take it and go." But when it is the turn of that handsome young man, they do not send him away so fast. They say, "Sit a little, fresh bread is on the way." When the bread arrives, they keep him still. "Stay a little longer, sweet halva is coming too." Not because they have nothing to give him, not because they did not hear his request, but because they enjoy his staying. It is as if they want to say, "Do not go so soon. It is good to have you here." And now the secret of the story becomes clear. The believer's request sometimes comes late, so that the believer will not leave too soon. He asks God for something, but in that very asking, he draws closer to God. This was Rumi's story. Now let us come back to our own lives. Each of us, perhaps, has a prayer we have not yet seen answered. One for peace, one for healing, one for the light to come back into a home. And when the answer is slow, the heart slowly grows tired. But this story whispers one thing gently in our ear. Being late is not always being refused. Silence is not always coldness. Maybe the very pain we are crying about is the same thing that has brought us back to God. If that need were not there, maybe, in the noise of our days, we would never have come to this door at all. We ask God to give us what we want quickly, but sometimes, before giving us the thing we asked for, He keeps the heart itself close. So delay is not always meant to take something from us. Sometimes it is a holding close. The waiting is a gentle teaching of the heart. So when a prayer is slow to be answered, what do we do? First, let us not let go of it. Let us say what we want. Ask for an opening, ask for healing, ask for a way. But beside our request, let us also whisper this: God, if you give me what I ask for, do not let me forget you after I receive it. And if the time has not come yet, do not leave me alone in this waiting. This way of seeing does not lift the pain of waiting all at once, but it saves the heart from despair. Because there is a difference between someone who thinks they have been forgotten and someone who knows that even in the delay, they are under God's gaze. Maybe one day we will understand that the prayer which was answered late had not gone unanswered at all. In those very days of waiting, something in us had grown calmer, truer, and closer. So if a prayer is still waiting in your heart today, do not lose hope. A sincere prayer is never lost. Sometimes God gives the thing later, but in that same space, He brings the heart closer. God, give us a heart that does not turn bitter in the waiting, a tongue that does not let go of prayer in hardship, and a faith that, when it reaches what it asked for, does not forget to give thanks. Do not bring us only to the things we want. Bring us closer to yourself. Amen. If this story brought your heart some peace, send it to someone who may need this same reminder today.